A short, attractive guy or a tall, ugly guy?
Tall, ugly.
As a member of the tall and ugly community, I would like to respectfully decline and pass her off to the short kings.
That's right, you and me, right now, we're having it out. Let's go, come on, come on.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time.
We just don't have much room for error. We've all seen those short guys who are also really fat, and they essentially develop this blueberry looking physique. That's like the worst thing you can do for yourself as a short guy. Now, if you're a short guy who has a lot of muscle, don't think that just because you have a lot of muscle, you can get away with more fat. I'd actually argue that if you have more muscle, you really want to make sure you stay leaner, just because you don't want your muscle and fat to get conflated and end up looking like one of those powerlifters who just looks DYEL. So the leanness principle applies to both people with and without muscle. The sweet spot for leanness is 10 to 12% body fat. Some people can get away with up to 15% body fat, but the mileage is going to vary based off of your body fat distribution for your face. The reason that leanness is key, especially to short guy, is because when you have less body fat overall, your face is going to be leaner, your jawline is going to be more chiseled, and overall every part of your body is just going to look more aesthetic. I've covered this in one of my previous videos, how to maximize your aesthetics as a manlet, but the number one thing you want to go for as a short guy from a physique standpoint is to maximize your V taper. What's your V taper? Well, it's pretty much your shoulder to waist ratio, and the ideal proportions is something that resembles a Dorito chip. Doesn't matter the flavor of the Dorito chip. It can be nacho cheese, it can be blue ranch or cool ranch, I forget the flavors, but essentially you just want like an upside down triangle. The easiest way to do this is to get lean, because once you're leaner, your waist shrinks and
I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Of an ideal weight even come from? Well, like 5 bazillion years ago, they created a chart known as a BMI scale. It's your body mass index, and all that means is a fancy word for how tall you are compared to how much you weigh. As you get taller, clearly you're gonna weigh more. And in case you think it's just insurance companies that use these notions, we see it in everyday life. For example, classic physique. Chris Bumstead, he's 6'1". He can weigh 240 pounds. That's his height compared to his weight. Coach Greg, 5'6". I can only weigh 185 pounds. That's a 55 pounds difference. And so in the bodybuilding world for classic physique, they decided at 6'1", the ideal weight is 240. And if you're a 5'6" hobbit or manlet like Coach Greg, well, it's 185. But what should your ideal weight be? Are you in fact a bodybuilder? What if you're a marathon runner? If you're 6'1" and 240 pounds, you think you're ever going to win a marathon? Of course not. It's too heavy. What if you're a bike racer in the Tour de France? You're 5'6", 189.6 pounds like I was this morning. Is that your ideal weight? Of course not. Do you think anyone's keeping up in the Tour de France who weighs as much as I do? And so your ideal weight surely depends on what are your goals here on this earth. But let's now get into the problems of trying to say a specific weight for a specific height, because all bodies are different. No two people, even if you're the same exact height, are exactly the same. For example, if you're very tall because you have a very long tibia, the bone down here, if you have a long tibia, it's not going to add in a lot of weight. Think of it. How much weight is on your tibia, your calf muscle? Not a lot. In comparison, your quads or your upper body, there's a lot more weight around here than there is around your ankles. And so if you have a very long tibia in comparison to someone else, you're more likely going to be a lot lighter in comparison to them, despite perhaps having the same exact amount of body fat and or muscle. Next, you have wide or narrow shoulders. Think of it. If I had very narrow shoulders, this wide, and my torso was here, would I come even close to weighing what I do now? Of course not. I might have a lot of muscle and have low body fat percentage, but my weight is going to be far lighter. And so to arbitrarily say, oh, you're 5'6", your ideal weight is X, it makes no sense, yet BMI charts, insurance companies do it all the time. And so remember, depending on your somatotype, you cannot simply say that for X height, 5'6" as example, you need to weigh X amount of pounds. And so what other factors should we consider? Well, first off, body fat. Obviously. And so what is the ideal weight according to health reference standards in order to live the longest for myself, 5'6"? Well, according to the BMI chart, it's anywhere from 120 pounds to 150 pounds. And so in order to improve my fitness age, I was told I should diet down to get to 133 pounds. If I could do that, my fitness age would be reduced by 7 years. And so is 133 pounds my ideal body weight? Of course not. But why not, Coach Greg? It says you'll live 7 years longer. Really? You really think somebody can predict that? That's about as ridiculous as thinking that Gary Brecka can determine when you're going to die to the month.
We could tell the insurance company how long you had to live to the month.
But the charts say if you're 133 pounds, you're going to live the longest, that you'd have the greatest life expectancy. That's based on a chart based on a very large sample size, perhaps millions of people. But in reality, within those millions of people, some people are better off weighing more and some people are better off weighing less. And so for me, because I have wide shoulders and short tibias and I don't have a long neck, I have a lot of weight for my height, which is exactly why I have no chance of competing at the Mr. Olympia in men's classic physique. At 185 pounds, I simply can't carry the amount of muscle needed to be competitive. Have you seen me at 185 in comparison to Chris Bumstead at 240? Does it even look like we're in the same category? Chris looks far superior to me. Why? Well, with his frame, smaller waist, longer tibias, longer neck, he's a lot taller. And so he's given the opportunity to be much heavier. Imagine you're an inch and a half shorter, had shorter ankles, a little bit shorter neck. He'd have to weigh only 220. He'd have to drop 20 pounds of muscle. Imagine how much smaller he would be. Yeah, he would still look amazing, but not nearly as impressive as he currently is. And so if you're in a sport like bodybuilding, clearly you're going to have a lot more
They throw away all of those corny requirements because let's just face it, we live in a TikTok/Instagram age. And we see a lot of women on there making TikToks, right, with this whole girl empowerment theme and telling women, hey, look, if he doesn't buy you a 20-carat ring or however many carats, I don't know how carats and diamonds work. I really don't give a fuck either, but however many carats, and if he doesn't put you in a house, and if he doesn't buy you this type of, if he doesn't do, they pretty much pull up a list. They pretty much put a whole list. Okay. And all of these demands, all of these corny, ridiculous demands, you have to be this certain body type, and you got to be this certain height, and you got to be this certain, all that good stuff. You have to look like a top-notch model. All that stuff goes out the window for a man that they lust. All that stuff they could care. Let me tell you guys something. This goes deep. This goes deep. When a woman has her mind, her body, and her soul wrapped around a man, all of those requirements, all those laundry lists, it pretty much goes out the window, and it gets deep, and I'm gonna get into it. This is a Terry Talks Midnight Podcast. Sit down, relax, and enjoy. You know, a lot of these men on the YouTube spaces, they make these videos about how modern women have these unrealistic demands. And the thing about you guys, the thing that you guys need to keep in mind is, don't worry about that shit. Don't worry about what some female, those long list of requirements, because a man that's confident and a man that's on some shit that he can pick up when a woman is attracted to him. Now this is kind of advanced too. This is something that you get. This is something that certain men start developing, that sense. And what I'm talking about is that sensing when a woman is attracted to him, right? These are usually guys labeled as players, F-boys, stuff like that, right? They usually have negative connotations to them. But one thing that they can do is, like I said, they can pick up when a woman is interested. There's a certain energy that a woman gives off. There's a certain look. It's almost, and I'm going off the rails here, but you guys really need to listen to this because this is just as important. He can pick up just by the way she's looking at him, right? She holds the stare a little longer. Her body language is receptive, meaning that it is open, right? She's giving him a little stare. She's staring at him for a tad bit longer than usual. And this doesn't mean she's going to stare at him for a minute straight, right? It might be just she slightly holds it. And she gives off a certain energy. And this man can pick up on it, right? So when this man does pick up on it, okay, he utilizes this. And he knows, hey, look, this woman is attracted to me. And these type of men can give two flying fucks about what her quote unquote requirements is. Oh, she wants a guy to be 6'5". He's like 5'10". Oh, I want a guy to be a millionaire. This dude works a regular 9 to 5. He works a construction job. Okay. He works, fuck it. I'll take it to another place. He works at a restaurant. He's a server, whatever. You know, I want him to have a 6-pack. He's in pretty good shape, right? Because you guys know I promote the body game, because shout out Ron Wills, because it makes sexual attraction that much easier. But he doesn't have a 6-pack. He's in shape. Okay? Whatever. And now let's flip it around. This is the man's perspective. Let's talk about the woman's perspective. She is looking at this man, she sees his sex appeal, right? She's digging him. She, for whatever reason, she's just attracted to him. No kind of explanation, no kind of logic behind it. She's just attracted to them. All those corny, those laundry lists that she thinks she's going to put on him, all that shit goes to the wayside. Right? All of it goes to the wayside. She's looking at him, and the only thing that she could think of is, I want this man. Right? I don't care if he works at a restaurant. I don't care that he's not a millionaire. I don't care if he don't live in a 3-story house. Matter of fact, this guy probably lives.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me make it, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will.
You're 5'4", you're struggling with girls, you think you're probably not going to grow anymore because you're 19 years old. Okay, there's always something you can make progress on. You can't change your height. Can you build more muscle? Can't change your height. Can you make more money? Can you get more confidence? Can you become more funny? Can you increase your status? Can you go get 200k Instagram followers? Some girls are really attracted to that. There's always something you can work on, and I think that's one of the saddest things, is just seeing guys who limit themselves and say, no, because of this reason, I can't do anything, so I'm not even gonna try.